Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's reading. We're going to do day 23, your season of Children and Legacy. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. John 15:5. Motherhood is hard. I don't mean being a mom and raising kids, even though it's hard too. I mean, the topic of motherhood is hard. It's really, really hard. I think it's one of the most delicate, sensitive, personal, and emotionally charged topics in our culture. For example, on Mother's Day and every day, I want to honor my friends who are moms. I want to celebrate all of the ways I learned from them and am thankful to get to do life with them. I want to celebrate my own mom and thank her for her love and sacrifice for me and the other women who have mothered me as well. Motherhood is exhausting and insanely difficult, and I think it's awesome that it's celebrated. If you're a mom, I want you to know that you're amazing, and I want you to enjoy being celebrated. And and at the same time, I want to be sensitive to those who don't find joy on that day and have had their heart broken in some way, whether it's infertility, a loss, a tragedy, or something else just as painful. There are countless women walking around every day carrying the heavy burden of that heartbreak. I know some of them personally, and I've cried with them on their journey. I don't know why God can seem so unfair sometimes. If that's you, I want you to know that you're amazing too. The feelings around this topic are vast and varied. Everyone's story with children is unique. But I've noticed a theme in how we talk about it. We often only focus on the outcome, the having kids part. Who has kids and who doesn't? How many kids they have? How many are biological or adopted? The genders, ages, and metrics of success in school and sports. It's not that those things aren't important, but if we're not careful, we can spend our lives obsessing over them. As I was thinking and praying about our focus today, I felt the Lord put John 15:5 on my heart. Interestingly, it's not explicitly about the importance of legacy of children. It says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Think about this verse in the context of children, whether we have kids or not. And regardless of their ages or stages, we tend to obsess over the fruit, counting the fruit, checking the color and shape and size of the fruit, comparing the fruit to other people's fruit. But this verse tells us to look somewhere else. Stop obsessing over the outcome, the children, legacy, and impact that we desire, and instead focus on the source. Remain in me, Jesus said. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Do you hear that? If you remain in him, you will leave a legacy. If you remain in him, you will make an impact. If you remain in him, you will bear fruit. And the fruit may look different than you expected. I've watched Lisa Harper, who I mentioned on day 5, mother her adopted daughter Missy as a single mom. I've seen firsthand the fruit of Shelley Giglio as she has mothered literally hundreds of thousands of young girls and women through her ministries. I've been mothered by my own mom, my mother in law, the mom of my best friend in high school, my mentor Eve, and countless other women. I've mothered my own children, and I've mothered young women through young life. This verse reminds us that it's not always about what the fruit looks like. It's not about where it comes from or what shape and size it is, or if it's what we had in mind or hoped for. This verse points us to the vine, Jesus. This verse points us to the source of our comfort and hope, and also the source of our impact and legacy. My hope for all of us, whether we have kids or not, is that we would do everything we can to remain in Jesus. When we remain in Him, we will bear fruit in our lives. Reflection and journal. How do you feel about your own personal journey with children and legacy? How does it shift your perspective when you focus on the vine instead of the fruit? Spend some time in prayer today, asking God to help you remain in Him. Ask Him to help you bear the fruit He wants for you, and then be able to recognize the gift of that fruit, even if it doesn't look like you thought it would. All right, that's going to do it for today's reading. This is Miss Laddie Daw saying ta ta.